The bell rings, are you ready, are you sure? For music trivia, 3 rounds in store. It's head to head, who's going to war? Are you ready to settle the score? I said, are you ready to settle the score?
Hey, welcome in to a new year of Settle the Score. I'm your host, Matt Knost, joined as always by the musical director, the one and only Mr. Andy Merryweather. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. I'm back to normal. Maybe the computer has more of a virus than me at the moment, but I think we're underway. It looks okay. I celebrated my birthday yesterday, so that was good. I'm another year older. Thank you. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you.
So yeah, things are good. I think everything's good.
Good. Fantastic.
What have we got? 3 more weeks in this house, and then we move into our new house.
So lots going on in the Merryweather household.
Yeah. Let me do the math a sec. 20 times the internet speed that we have here. 22 times the internet speed. So that's going to be fine.
Well, fingers crossed. Which is a nod to this is the second time we've started the show because you and one of our guests were both having technical difficulties. But it looks like we've remedied the situation. We are ready to begin. And, we're going to kick 2023 off right.
Exactly.
Get these first few shows out there. They're all going to be gold, baby, gold.
It's going to be great. Great year.
All right, before we bring the guests in, we'll have another fan show coming up in the near future. If you'd like to participate, you can leave a comment over at youtube.com/Matt Knost, or you can like and retweet the tweet that I put out. If you manage to do both, that just enters your name into the pool that many more times, and we draw 2 names at random, and those 2 individuals will join us for said fan show. And are you ready to start?
Let's do it. Let's bring them in.
All right. First up, coming in, fellow Southern Californian and returning guest, the one and only Mr. Dan Nye. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. Happy birthday, Andy. I don't know if I caught that yesterday or not, but it was still a Christmas show, right? We're doing that? I'm committing to this bit, damn it.
You are committing to this bit.
It's the third time I've done this bit for these guys. So.
Oh, really? That's funny. I had already my internet had already packed up by then, so this is my first time appreciating that joke. So that's great.
Well, good. It's funny because we still have, full disclosure, we still have Christmas stuff around our house.
Yeah, same.
But this is like the one room that was like untouched by all the Christmas stuff. So I asked my wife, I'm like, where's that ridiculous ornament thing? I'm gonna wear that for the show. And she was like, oh, and then she was like, oh, the show was canceled just because everybody was sick. So yeah, that was a 4-week-old bit.
So, I mean, look, it would have been great on Christmas. We would have enjoyed it. The people would have been like, oh, what a great, pleasant holiday surprise. And,
but instead, we'll call it an Andy's birthday bit now. I was celebrating.
Sure. Those are for all like Mark's every 5 years a ball is dropped in his life. What were those? Like 5 of those.
I am grieving that Christmas episode because Matt put together such a good Christmas show in terms of scores and songs.
It's all right. We got it in the hopper for next
year.
We've
got it ready. It's got a pin in it.
Now you don't have to do anything for next year. So.
True. All right, so we will bring in your competitor, returning guest, and this is the first non-geek oriented show that we've had him on because he's been so goddamn good that we're like, look, you can just do a regular show too. And he's like, I'm ready to crush all before me. So please help us welcome Mr. Robert Parker.
Hello. I would have been ready for a Christmas one. A regular one, we'll see. But I say just whip out the Christmas questions for like St. Patrick's Day or something. I say you got it in stored, ready to go. Just use it early.
Great.
Why? Well, you can just hold on to it until Christmas. Why would we do it at St. Patrick's of all days?
Because then it'll be the best prank ever on your 2 guests who don't know that they've walked into a Christmas episode.
Just don't tell them.
Well, at the very least, if we were going to use this idea, we'll do it in July because there's the saying of Christmas in July.
Sure.
I do
Christmas
like
on St. Pat's. It's gonna fuck with people a little.
But I do like the idea of not telling them and then just being like, "Surprise theme episode."
Don't even tell them that it's a theme episode. Just start doing only. Christmas
let them slowly figure it out.
For them to figure it out. Yeah,
another fucking Christmas.
Yeah, what's
Christmas
here?
That's not a bad idea.
I'm going to address something behind the scenes as well. Is that I think, we know that someone. I want to say it in case they're watching and they think we organized a Christmas show without them. someone off air, because we went back and looked at episodes and we couldn't find it, it was off air, said to us that if you ever do a Christmas show, I would love to be a part of it. And we asked everybody that had been on the show recently and we could not find them.
No.
I think Matt and I were maybe having the same fever dream, but we couldn't find that person. And so if you are them, please let us know. And also we didn't organize a Christmas show without you. We just couldn't figure out who it was. Nothing seemed right in our heads that we couldn't find this mystery Christmas specialist. And I think that's how we ended up like finding you two. Was like, did you guys ask about any I think Robert, we asked you if you'd asked.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, you didn't ask me, but I'm happy to be a backup.
But yeah, you hadn't been on the show recently, so we hadn't. We knew it was a recent thing. Anyway, but we were obviously delighted to put a show together for you. But we couldn't find who this person was, and I just wanted to address it in case they think they requested it, and then we went on to then make a show without them. We just couldn't find who you were, and I cannot believe I can't think of it. Someone who's been on our show.
Yeah, we both made a list of, I think it's this individual.
Yeah.
And then I reached out to all of them, and all of them are like, "Wasn't me." But the first person we reached out to, they were like, "I'm Jewish." You're like, "No, that's probably not it. Then that is probably not." Totally didn't know that, but happy Hanukkah. Just not a conversation we've had, I guess. So, but we are. First off, thank you for agreeing to do the potential Christmas show with us, gentlemen.
Of course.
And then when that didn't come to fruition, you were both game to just do a regular show in its place. So we got you for the throwdown today, guys. We got a nice mix. We think it's evenly balanced. Give them both your strong suits. So I'm guessing this is going to be a close game.
It's awfully nice of you to say I have strong suits when that guy has done
the same thing. No,
professional movie trivia. Come on.
You both you both like movies. We chose movies that if you haven't seen it, I'd be shocked. There's not anything that's obscure. There are definitely a couple that are hard on this list because we can't make them all.
So it's not just T-ball. Okay, because I'd be fine playing T-ball.
Of course, who doesn't? Crushed another home run. Be like, all right, I don't know if we should be patting ourselves on the back this hard. But yeah, we got some tough in there. We also have some layups, some T-ball shots. So it goes a little bit of both ways. But are the two of you ready to begin today's show?
Let's do it.
All right, here it comes with round one. Mr. Parker, you will have choice in this opening round 1 through 5. The way it works, once you make your selection, I will give a clue, and Andy will begin playing. When either of you think you know the answer, buzz in with your name. I'll call on you, and you're guessing the movie itself, so don't worry about the name of the song. It's worth 10 points, and there is a bonus question worth 5 points, but we'll come to the rules of the bonus question when we get to it. So, Mr. Parker, 1 through 5, where would you like to begin today's show?
Let's start with 4.
We are starting with number 4. Good luck to you both. Your opening clue is a bee under your bonnet. A bee under your bonnet.
In this farewell, there's no blood, there's no alibi, 'cause I've drawn regret from the truth of 1,000 lies. So let mercy come, wash away.
Dan? Is it Transformers Revenge of the Fallen?
That is incorrect. Incorrect. Robert, do you have a guess?
I have a guess based on the clue. Is it The Wicker Man?
Also incorrect.
Okay.
I will give a second clue. And Andy, your audio was going down the more you sang, just as a heads up.
Jesus.
Yeah, especially your voice.
Wow.
I will give
you're real
you
quiet now.
I'll give you a second clue. First one was a bee under your bonnet. Your second clue is hidden in plain sight. Hidden in plain sight. A bee under your bonnet.
Andy, you're muted. Oh, I think he's messing with levels. Never mind.
Yeah, I think he's futzing with his audio right now.
All right, Dan.
Dan,
The original Transformers.
that is correct for 10 points.
I knew it was the end credits song, but I couldn't figure out which.
Yeah, it's the first one. You were on the right track. I figured
Yeah.
once you said that, and Robert's like, well, I got a guess based on. I was like, all right, swooping in. All right, so Dan, that makes it 10-0 in your favor. Bonus question. It's worth 5 points. You have a choice. You can choose to answer it alone, but if you get it wrong, you'll lose the 5 points. Otherwise, you can open up to you and Robert. No one will lose any points if you get it wrong. But if Robert gets it right, he will cut into your 10-0 lead. So my question to you is, do you want to be a dick or not?
It's a new year, and I want to start off on a positive note. I'm going to leave it open.
Good for you.
That's
Good
very
for
kind.
you. All right, it's open to you both. Here is the bonus question. According to thenumbers.com, what was 2007's Transformers budget? And first person that guesses, I'll give it to you if you're within 20 million. If you're the second person, it knocks it in half. I'll give it to you if you're within 10 million. So what was the budget of Transformers? And this is according to the-numbers.
I will go first.
All right, Dan.
I will say 215 million.
That is incorrect. Incorrect.
Okay. I'm going to say, excuse me, I'm going to say 175.
It's also incorrect. 151.
Oh, I almost said 150. Oh, that was
151. I was expecting 175 to 2. That was the ballpark in my head. But maybe because it was 15 years ago.
It was also
now
the
it
first
was
one.
7.
I mean, right. By the time you got to 3 and 4 and 5, those were all +2.
Perhaps with inflation,
Right.
the devaluation of the dollar, we're right on the money these days.
Can I just test my mic? Is everything back? Is this
Yeah, it sounds good.
Sounds good.
Okay, good.
It sounded fine before, and then once you started singing, the longer you sang, the quieter and quieter it got.
Strange. Yeah, I made sure the automatic adjust wasn't ticked, but I don't know what that was. Okay, weird.
I really should have put in a request. Andy, I just want to hear you do that 17-second long scream from Give It Up for Linkin Park. That's all.
It sounds like every Linkin Park song. You're going to have to narrow it down.
Do that.
All right, so 4 is off the board. Dan, you have control. 1, 2, 3, or 5. Where do you want to go next?
Let's go 3.
3 it is. Your clue is abort mission. Abort mission.
Stay just a little bit longer. Please, 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 please tell me that you're going to. Now your daddy don't mind, and your mommy don't mind. If we have another dance, yeah, just one more time. Oh, won't you stay just a little bit longer?
I was just content to keep listening.
Yeah.
I was about 5 seconds away from a Linkin Park scream.
Yes.
It kind of, your audio did it again.
Oh, what the heck?
Came back a little bit though. Like
It came back ever so slightly at the
So
very
weird.
end, but it was going and then boom, trailed off.
So weird.
So I know the song. I don't know it from the clue though. I don't know.
Yeah, me either.
All right, your second clue then is Baby's Day Out.
Dan?
Dan,
Dirty Dancing?
that is correct for
Nice.
10 points.
Nice.
All right, gives you 20 points. Dan, bonus question. Do you want to be a dick or not?
Oh, keep it open. I think I've seen clips. I don't think I've ever seen the movie beginning
wow.
to end in one sitting.
Wow, it's a good one. And this coming from a guy that doesn't normally watch those types of movies. It's
Well,
good.
and yeah, that's the thing. It's just like coming in and out of rooms while it's been playing. Like, I'm sure I've seen the whole thing, but never all at once.
All right, so it is open to you both. So buzz in with your name if you think you know the answer. Here is the bonus question. What actor from the movie wrote and sang the biggest hit on the soundtrack? What actor from the movie wrote and sang the biggest song on the soundtrack? It reached number 3 on Billboard's Top 100.
Wow, really?
Yep. And
I don't
Stay
even have
was
like a
the-
non-embarrassing guess.
Neither of you have a guess?
I have a joke guess and a
Go ahead.
kind
Yeah,
of real
joke,
guess.
yeah.
Real or joke?
Wait, your choice. It's
Yeah.
worth 5 points.
Is it Jerry Orbach?
It is not Jerry Orbach. I wish it was. Did it in a French accent? That'd have been great. Robert, do you want to take a stab?
I'll go with David Bowie.
Incorrect. Patrick Swayze,
Shocker.
guys. Patrick Swayze.
I was my
Really? He sang that? Okay.
He sang "She's Like the Wind," which
Okay.
was the biggest song on that soundtrack.
my real guess was going to be Jennifer Grey. I thought about Swayze, but I'm like, that's too easy, so I disregarded it. Go with my gut next time.
All right, it's 20-0. Dan, you still have control of the board. 1, 2, or 5?
5.
5. It is. Your clue is high school hits. High school hits.
Okay. If the audio dives on this time, I'll hop out between when the question's being asked next time.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
When you were young and your heart was an open book, you used to say, live and let live. You know you did, you know you did, you know you did. But in this ever-changing world in which we live in, makes you give it and try. So live and let
Second clue, fellas.
Did it go?
Yeah.
Second clue is John Wick will say anything. High school hits and John Wick will say anything.
This is a riveting game show right here.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Me and Robert think.
This one was to me a slightly tougher one.
We'll see.
I didn't know this was in this movie.
Well, I mean, clearly I know the song,
Right.
but with those two clues, high school hits. John
And I
Wick
sang
will
I
say-
sang the line in the song that is the title of another movie, so it's not that movie.
Yeah.
Right.
He would have omitted that.
Thanks.
I really, I did think about guessing that for a half second, but I'm like, I don't think there's a high school to do with that movie.
John Wick would say.
Would they? I'll give you a third clue.
Okay.
He deserves a second shot. John Wick will say anything. And high school hits.
He deserves
Robert,
Is it like 10 Things I Hate About You?
incorrect. Incorrect. Dan, you want to make a guess? Otherwise, I'm going to close this
Yes.
out.
Is it Hardball?
No, it is not. It is Gross Point Blank. Gross
Mm,
Point Blank. You guys not seen that one?
I'm not.
Once. I saw it once.
So, okay. Took a
Sorry.
chance on that one. Took a chance. All right. Well, you saw one of you hasn't seen it, and the other has seen it once.
Mhm.
So this bonus question is real doozy.
Great.
Let's do it.
All right, here it is. It's open to you both. In Gross Point Blank, what building has replaced John Cusack's childhood home?
Robert.
Robert.
A prison.
I fucking love the confidence, man. I love it. That is incorrect, sadly. I wish
Sure
it was.
is. Yeah.
I wish it was.
I'll give it a shot. Was it a mall?
It was not a mall. It was a gas station. And that's where the song plays in the movie, is when he shows up to the gas station the first time. All right. I like prison. I really like that.
And it was a confidence too. I did remember it was set in Detroit, so I was trying to think if there was like a notable Detroit building like top of my head, and I couldn't think of anything else other than like a
You don't have
football
like
stadium.
your top 5 Detroit buildings, like when you rattle out
You
at
do.
any time? Like-
How did you see my cheat sheet?
All right. So, Dan, you still have control. It's 20-0. We have 2 questions left, numbers 1 and 2. Where do you want to go next?
Well, let's just count down 2.
All right. 2 it is. Your clue is a covert apparition. A covert apparition.
I've been here before, but always hit the floor. I spent a lifetime running, and I always get away. But with you, I'm feeling something that makes me want to stay. If I risk it all, could you break my fall? How do I live? How do I breathe? When you're not here, I'm suffocating.
Dan.
Spectre?
Spectre is correct for 10 points.
Nice. No, I recognize the song. Yeah, great job.
All right.
The Bond songs, I know
Yeah.
what they are, but like assigning, especially the new ones, assigning them to like which movie, I'm like, is it Spectre? Is it Skyfall? Where's my Skyfall? I should know because that's
Yeah.
Adele.
Well,
That's all.
the older Bond songs are like Moonraker.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, that's
Diamonds
or
are
Live and
the
Let Die.
red, like,
yeah, exactly. They're all. It's really paint by numbers. They're like, this is the fucking movie, guys.
Yeah.
They're still great songs,
Mhm.
but all right, makes it 30-0. Dan, bonus question worth 5. Do you want to be a dick or not?
Let's keep it open. I've been, if
Very
I had one, I'm
yeah.
like, yes, but I was still kind of like, yeah.
All right, bonus questions open to you both. Then here it is. What 1917 director returned to helm Spectre?
Oh, who was
Dan,
Dan,
Sam Mendes.
that is correct for 5
Nice.
points.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, we got one left in the opening round. Dan is up 35-0. Plenty of game left. Here is your clue. Catskills Retreat. Catskills Retreat.
Lift me up, hold me down, keep me close, safe and sound. Burning in a hopeless street, hold me when you go to sleep. Keep me in the warmth of your love when you depart. Keep me safe and sound. Lift me up, hold me down, keep me close.
All right, you guys want a second clue?
Yeah, I need.
Andy, go ahead and give them their second clue.
Oh, okay.
First one was Catskills
Catskills
Retreat.
Yeah, this one comes courtesy of our patron Houston Bodley. Thanks for the help.
buddy.
The Way of Water. The Way of Water.
Andy, you missed it. I was swaddling my water bottle like it was my child because I'm imagining that's how Ezra feels when he goes to sleep. Just you singing that song.
That's very sweet.
Catskills Retreat and The Way of Water.
Oh,
I have like shots in
Robert.
the dark, but nothing.
yeah,
Robert.
total shot. Is it Waterworld?
Incorrect. Incorrect.
That's another
Yeah.
one of the clues.
That is
Water
one of the clues. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the third clue. Cats
Third clue. All right.
It's
in
true.
water.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Water
that
world.
doesn't count.
Yeah.
We'll give you a third clue. Have Andy select another one for you.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. Fear the shaven head.
Catskills Retreat, The Way of Water / Water World, and Fear the Shaven Head.
I think this is clearly another movie that we haven't seen.
Ooh, and I reckon you both
I
have
would-
seen.
Yeah, I would honestly. I bet you each $100 you've seen it.
I think more. Yeah, I think maybe it's just not clicking.
Yeah, it's possible. It's more likely.
All right. Well, that is the main track from Black Panther Wakanda rather Forever.
Oh,
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
I have not yet.
Oh.
Oh, geek
broke-
cred. out
I
the
know. I'm
window,
really
my
far
friend.
behind the curve on new 2022 movies.
I mean, wow.
There's some water in it.
A little bit. All right.
That's
so bonus,
spoilers, Andy. God.
Yeah,
I've
sorry.
seen the
sorry.
trailer. Neymar's in there.
bonus question worth 5 points is open to you both. Here it is. In the main cast of Wakanda Forever, there is one Oscar winner and one Oscar nominee. Name them.
Robert.
Robert.
It's Lupita Nyong'o and Angela Bassett.
That is correct for 5 points. And Robert is on the board, baby. There we go. All right. So that ends round one. It is 35-5, but still anyone's game.
I will enjoy the lead while I have it.
So, all right. Let us begin round two. All right. This is the 5-second round. So, Robert, because you're in second place, you will have opening selection 1 through 5. Once you make your choice, I'll give a clue, and Andy will play a 5-second snippet of the song. It could be the opening, could be the middle, could be the end. It's his choice entirely. If either of you can guess in the opening 5 seconds, it's worth 10 points. Otherwise, if we have to go to a second 5 seconds of music, it drops the point value down to 5 points. So, Robert, 1 through 5, where do you want to begin round two?
Let's do number 4 again.
Number 4, it is, your clue is the B team. The B team.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes.
The B team.
I feel like I know that song. But
Oh, I know the song.
yeah,
It's just a matter of
the B team.
All right, you both clearly know the song.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a second clue now.
Oh, I'll do a guess in the dark just because it's in the movie, but I don't know if it's the clue fits. I'll say Varsity Blues.
Incorrect.
Okay.
It is in that movie, though, that's for sure. All right, so Robert, you have a choice then.
Yep.
You can go to the next 5 of music if you want to hear that, but it drops the point value down to 5. And at the end of that, I can give a second clue, but then Dan could guess again. So you can do that. Or I can give a second clue now, but Dan can guess again.
I mean, more music isn't going to help, so I'll just take the clue right away, I think.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Man knows what he wants. All right. First clue was the B team. Your second clue is between the rock and a wall place. Between the rock and a wall place. The B team.
This is probably
Right.
going to be one of those ones where we're like kicking
Robert.
ourselves once we hear it, aren't we?
Is it-
Maybe. Robert?
Is it Jumanji? Welcome to the Jungle.
It is not Jumanji. Welcome to the jungle. You've each ventured a guess. I'll give you a third clue.
Yeah.
Your third and final clue is a feral gator. Between the rock and a wall place, a feral gator and the B team.
So many people just yelling at their laptops
Yeah.
and phones. It's this, you idiots.
Oh man.
Do you guys have a guess? Otherwise, I'm going to close this out.
Oh, what is it? Is it Rampage?
Incorrect.
Ooh, that's a good
There
guess.
could have been a giant gator in that movie. I don't know.
Could have been.
A feral gator.
I like it. I don't think any of us have seen it. So
and then
that's, you know, you can sell me on it.
I don't even know if this movie came out after that song came out. Lake Placid.
Incorrect. Plastic came out in 99. When did My
99.
Hero
So
come
yeah,
out?
that came out in 97. So
There
yes,
you go.
it did come out later, but feral gator,
incorrect.
that's all I had.
That is from The Other Guys.
Oh, and a wall play. Okay. Yeah.
When The Rock and
Oh,
Sam
God.
Jackson
Yeah.
decide to
Right,
jump
right,
into the
right,
bushes, and they're
right.
like,
Into the
let's
bushes.
fucking
I
do
was
this.
thinking of an actual alligator. Nah.
If
well,
you would've-
Pharaoh
I
is a
would've-
pimp in a previous life named
Oh, yeah.
Gator.
Oh, it's a great clue. I
If
just
you
didn't
would've-
connect the dots.
if there would have
Yeah.
been anything about bushes, I might have got it, but I couldn't do it with
Oh,
this one.
sure. 2020 us with clues after we
Yeah.
gave you 3 and you didn't get it.
The second 5 seconds, by the way, I was going to continue with the chorus and then stop abruptly because that's exactly how it goes.
Yeah.
in the movie.
Were you gonna stop it with a splat? Because then I might have
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a face.
Yeah.
All right. So no points awarded. So Robert, you still have control. 1, 2,
Great.
3, or 5.
5.
5 it is. Your clue is the pale white dot. The pale white dot.
Gonna take a look to drag me away from you.
I mean, I know a movie that song is in, but I don't think it's that.
Well, I mean, you can make
Robert,
that guess.
I mean, that song is in the movie Aquaman, but it's not that.
It is not Aquaman. It
Yeah.
is not Aquaman. No.
I will take a guess as well. Is it Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls?
It is not.
Okay.
So you both clearly know it. Andy, why don't you go ahead and give him a second clue?
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Let's go with White Rock Down. White Rock Down.
A lot of rock clues today.
Well, it's just 2 back-to-back questions with a
Sure.
the pale white dot and white rock down.
Riveting audio. Let's
Yeah, great
continue.
show.
Yeah.
I think F is the way to go, Matt. for a
We're
first
trying.
People are going to tune in to listen to Andy play. It's not to watch
Yeah,
us
that's
just
true.
scrap our brains.
Pale white.
I'm going to play with the second 5 as well, just to add
Sure.
like a subtle clue, because you know the song and you
Mhm.
know how it would go in the
Right.
second 5. I'm going to mess about with it a little bit. Whenever that's cleared.
Go right ahead. I don't think they have any objections.
Yeah,
so-
No,
by all means.
By all means.
Okay.
There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I miss the rains down in the...
Matt's going behind his computer like, that's a great clue. Like,
Well, if you've seen, it's very specific. He specifically chose the word miss
Mm-hmm.
instead of blessed.
Pale white dot.
White Rock Down. And your final clue is Samwell Starley. Samwell Starley.
Oh.
I can't remember, Dan.
Dan,
I can't remember if this song was in the movie, but it's the only thing that might fit the clues. Is it Moonfall?
it is Moonfall
That's what I
for
was just
5
gonna
points.
say. Dan.
Yeah,
I
he-
just
Robert
remember
just
the
got
name
that
of
as
that
well,
movie.
yeah.
Yes, nice.
Yeah.
I remember the name of the movie, but I saw it.
I didn't get there until you said that he was in it.
Yeah,
What's
Tarly.
his- yeah, John.
Yeah, the
something.
movie opens up with them listening to Africa whilst fixing something out in space,
Right.
and Patrick Wilson asks Halle Berry why the lyric goes, "I miss the rains," and she says, "It's not I miss the rains, it's bless
Miss.
the rain."
Right. That's a deep cut. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Moonfall. White Rock. Not right. Okay.
I did see that movie in theaters, and it's ridiculous.
Did you?
Oh
Wow.
man, yeah.
It's a
we went-
Roland Emmerich. I mean,
Yeah.
We went to see it as well. Yeah. Ugh.
all right. So Dan, you got the 5 points on that.
Huzzah.
We have we have 3 left, 1, 2, and 3. Where do you want to go next?
3.
All right. 3 it is. Your clue is The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight.
We're knights of the round table. We dance whenever
Robert.
able.
Robert,
It's Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
that is correct.
These guys
We
seem-
finally got a movie on there that you
Finally,
guys know. You both were quick on the draw.
Right?
I put together too hard a show. I didn't realize it. I apologize.
No, it's okay. You'd have to apologize for us
Just-
being dumb. It's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say it says more about us than you.
I
Game's
know
fine.
it's usually I can gauge better than this. So far, I have done a piss poor job of putting this show together. So hopefully we
The
keep this
comeback
momentum
starts
going.
now. Yeah, let's
Right,
keep
yeah.
it going.
Keep it going. Robert, your choice, 1 or 2.
1.
All right. 1, it is. Your clue is making the grade. Making the grade.
Veronica, I thank
Yeah.
you.
Dan,
Billy Madison.
that is correct. Here we
Nice.
go. Got a bit of a roll going here. It's 50-15 in Dan's favor. We have 1 left in the second round. Your clue is a real kick in the nuts. A real kick in the nuts. Do you want to hear that again?
Yeah.
Robert.
Robert,
Is it Jackass Forever?
we would accept any Jackass movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that is correct for 10 points.
It sounds really interesting on piano versus guitar.
yeah.
Yeah, it does. All right, so that ends round 2 on a flurry of good guesses.
There we go.
I'm really curious what the other hints were for Jackass.
We could tell you off air.
Okay.
We don't want to give them away because we end up,
Use it. Yeah.
reusing.
Right.
But that ends round 2. It is 50-25 in Dan's favor. And let us jump into round 3. All right. So once again, it's 50-25. So Dan, because you're in first place, you will start the final round. And this is the bidding round. So you will make your selection 1 through 5. I will give a clue. And then Dan, you will open the bidding with the number of notes you think you can guess this movie in. 4 is the minimum. The max is however many you'd like it to be. The point values are at 8 notes and up, it's worth 10 points. 4 to 7 notes, it's worth 15. 2 to 3 notes, it's worth 20. 0 to 1 notes, it's worth 25 points. If your opponent gets the question wrong, you automatically get those points. And you have So what'll happen is Dan will open the bidding, and then we'll go over to Robert. He can underbid him or go ahead and tell him to settle the score. We go back and forth on the bidding until one person tells the other to settle the score. And at that point, whoever is told that is answering it alone. And you each have a lifeline that you can use one time to ask for a second clue. And finally, you have a double or nothing. If your opponent gets the question wrong and you think you know the answer and it's worth 15 points, well, you can go double or nothing. And if you guess it correctly, it'll be worth 30. Otherwise, if you get it wrong, you get 0. So once again, it is 50 to 25 in Dan's favor. 1 through 5, Mr. Nye. Where do you want to open round 3?
I will open this round like we've opened all rounds with number 4.
Number
Smart man.
4. It is. Let's keep it going because you both have done so well with number 4 so
Yes,
far.
we have.
Hey, I got the first one right.
Yeah, I think this one could be one of the tougher. There's 2 that I think are relatively tough. This is one of the 2.
Oh, I should probably bid too. Oh, you clue. There.
I got to
know-
give you
know
a
how
clue
the game
first,
works.
and then you'll start the bidding. Your clue is Jaeger bomb. Jaeger bomb.
We'll say 15.
15. All right, Robert, over to you.
I'll do 12.
12.
10.
10.
You can go ahead and settle the score.
All right, on 10 notes, makes it worth 10 points. You do have your lifeline, Dan, if you want a second clue. Your first one was Jaeger bomb. Jaeger bomb. Here are your 10 notes.
I will stick with my original thought, which is Pacific Rim.
That is correct for 10 points.
Nice.
I do not know of that many other movies lately that have used the word Jaeger. So
Right.
that's where my brain went.
Could have been all the right stuff. Chuck Yeager. You never know. I don't know. I can't think of anything else that quickly. It's got Yeager in it. All right. Makes it 60 to 25. Dan, you have control still. 1, 2, 3, or 5. Where are we going?
We'll do 5.
5. It is. Your clue is quarantine. Quarantine. So how many notes do you want to open with, Dan?
Stick with 15 again.
15. All right, Robert.
12.
12.
I will say settle the score.
Okay.
All right. On 12 notes, it's worth 10 points. Your clue again is quarantine. And you do have your lifeline, Robert, if you want to use it to get a second clue.
Yeah.
But here are your 12 notes.
Sorry, one sec. Here we go.
Yeah, it's Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
That is correct for 10 points.
Nice.
So, yeah, we just had to warm up. Eventually,
Yeah.
we found our stride, guys.
There
Now
we
we're just
go.
bing, bang, boom. We got them
Yep.
all. All right, Robert. You are climbing back in. It is 60 to 35. You have control of the board. We have 1, 2, or 3. Where would you like to go next?
Let's do 3.
3. It is. Your clue is Hail Satan. How many notes you want to open with, Robert?
Let's do 15 to start.
15 again. We got a system here, Dan.
I was
Are you
going to say,
gonna
I'll mirror. We'll do 12.
All right.
I'll do 11.
11. Oh, throwing a
Throwing the
wrench
monkey
into the
in.
works here.
I'll say 10.
10. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna say settle the score with 10.
All right. On 10 notes. You do have your lifeline still, Dan. It's 60 to 35. And your clue again is Hail Satan. Here are your 10 notes.
The Exorcist.
That is correct for 10 points.
Nice.
I like how everyone just kind of got quiet, and I'm like, it's The Exorcist. Like that
Well,
one I knew.
listen, people have screwed up easier ones before, so it's entirely possible. All right, it is 70 to 35. Dan, you have control of the board. Numbers 1 and 2. Where would you like to go next?
Say 2.
2 it is. Your clue. I haven't done this in a long time. Andy, do you think that last one gives it away? Because that's a late addition as far as I can remember, and I kind of like it.
Oh yeah, I just thought of it. You know what? I would go for it.
All right. All right. Daniel, open the bidding. Your clue is planes, tanks, and aquamobiles. Planes, tanks, and aquamobiles.
I think I'm going to stick with 15.
15. Robert,
12.
over to you. 12. No hesitation.
You had it ready to go. 10.
10. Now, Robert, you are down by 35.
Yeah, I
at some
know.
point.
I needed to get more points on the Harry Potter one. What
So if you-
Dan said 10?
Yeah. If you get it
Okay.
down to 7 notes, that makes it worth 15. You're down
Okay.
by 35 right now.
Yeah, we'll go for 7.
All right, 7. Dan?
I will say settle it.
All right. On 7 notes, makes it worth 15 points. If you get it right, you will cut into the lead and only be down by 20 at that point. So here are your 7 notes, and your clue again is planes, tanks, and aquamobiles.
These aren't your notes, sorry. I'm just.
I was like, what? No.
Yeah.
I'm just getting the right balance of strings.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
here we
yeah.
go. 7. You can hear that again. If you couldn't quite hear the piano through that, I'm going to change it.
Yeah, I'll hear it one more time.
Cool. Okay, here we go.
I'm going to have to take the lifeline and get another clue.
All right. Robert will take his lifeline. First one was planes, tanks, and aquamobiles.
Mm-hmm.
And Andy is about to give you your second lifeline.
Okay. Ooh, any preferences, Matt, since you asked me about the first one?
On 2, H, F technically,
Yeah.
E.
I do like E. E was the way I was leaning, but I just don't want it to be. I don't want it to be too. Okay, yeah, I can do some emphasis. Okay, your second clue is there's only one direction. There's only one direction.
That doesn't help at all.
I mean, it's a clue.
It is, I suppose.
So I think it does help.
Planes, tanks, and
Is it Avatar?
aquamobiles. No, it is not Avatar. So Dan, you can go double or nothing on this. Otherwise, you can just take the 15 points.
Double or nothing.
All right, he's gonna double or nothing on it, making it worth
Ooh.
30 if he gets it. What's your guess?
Dunkirk.
That is correct for 30
Oh,
points.
yeah, I don't like that movie.
Now you doubly don't like it.
Right now, I especially don't. No, I'm definitely not going to go re-listen to that score. Yeah.
And from the way the score was in the first hint, I was thinking like, oh, this could be Saving Private Ryan or Pearl Harbor.
Well, yeah,
And
I was, yeah. One direct right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's
Yeah,
their backs
this
are
is like
against
a-
the
Yeah,
seas,
yeah,
but there's only
yeah.
one direction, and then
Mhm.
This
One
score
Direction.
is like a classic British. It like predates Dunkirk by many decades.
I didn't know that. It's like a standard.
Yeah, but there's 14 variations. The composer wrote 14 variations of this song.
And you
Was
had
it
to know all
score?
14 to graduate high school? Was that it? Or
and so this version of it is like Hans Zimmer, I guess,
right.
his version, and so it's called Variation 15 on the Dunkirk soundtrack.
Oh. Fancy. I learned something new today.
Okay, so
I'll go for one.
Robert,
note. I'm
there's-
still gonna do it no matter what. Let's
there's
I know.
absolutely zero way you can
I'm gonna
win.
make it as close as we can, or as far as it can possibly.
Okay,
be.
all right. Well, we got one left. It's 135. So Dan, you have already won, but we will play the last one. And because you got the points on that one, Mr. Nye, you will have opening bidding. Your clue is don't hassle the Hoff, man.
Yes.
Don't hassle the Hoff.
I'll just stick with 15, but Robert, you go with whatever your heart
One.
tells you.
One. Right down to one. All right. It's worth 25 points.
Unless I go zero, we'll say, go ahead, settle it. I thought about it.
I beg you. Yeah.
Well, you could.
Well, Robert, you don't have a lifeline, so
Oh,
you're
I'm aware.
yeah. Your clue again is don't hassle the Hoff, man.
Okay,
Was there
I hadn't played anything yet, but
Okay.
I was gonna play the meat of this score, but now I've only got one note to play with.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. Robert can't win. Is that right, Matt?
That is
This
correct.
yeah.
He cannot
This is a
win.
consequenceless.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Yes.
I'm going to, and without even the permission of Dan, consider that musical trills are all part of the same note. They're too close together to be
Sure.
considered. So I'm actually going to end up. Yeah, so
He's
I'm actually
on
going to be
board with
playing
any of it.
a lot more notes than one, just for the fun of it.
I'm pretty sure I'm
because
only going to hear
I still
one.
think there's work to do.
Dare you?
Even
How
after.
dare you, Andy?
Yeah,
Your
here we
own
go. All right, here we
show.
go. Ready?
I've been besmirched.
So I'm considering there's going to be a lot of notes in here that are all just one note.
I'm only going to hear one
Mashed
note. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. You can mute me after that one note. Okay.
Ears don't lie.
That was one note.
Is it? It was.
I don't
could
know
have done it
how
all in my
music
left hand,
works,
and then it
but-
would have not counted.
Definitely, yeah, 100%.
I can't move that quickly in my left hand.
Oh, man.
It's a dummy.
Don't hassle. Is it? Is it Kramer versus Kramer?
It is not. I see where you're going with that.
Can we hear some more and just try to guess it?
Yeah.
I had a hunch. That's
Oh.
what it was.
Okay.
So it's MI3.
It might be, yeah. So the 25 points go to Dan.
It took me a minute to be like, where's the Hoff? And then I got it later because obviously we all went with
Phil
I went
Steinhoff
with
then.
Hasselhoff. So you
Right.
go and
Yeah, of course, to throw you off on
Yeah.
that.
Right.
But
Throw
then
your
as soon as you
Hoff
hear
on
Mission
that.
Impossible, you're like, well, and then hopefully you come back in. But Kramer versus Kramer, interesting.
I was just thinking the other Hoffman. Like.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't tell you what the Kramer versus Kramer soundtrack sounds like, though. So
Neither could I.
of all his filmography, you went with that one.
I don't know. I feel like it's one of his biggest movies.
Sure, I agree.
Hmm.
Thank you.
But anyway, Dan, congratulations. You are today's
Congratulations,
big
Dan.
winner. Well, as winner, sir, the floor is yours. Take it away. Say whatever you'd like.
Well, happy new year to all of us. I think I said at the beginning, but hooray for everybody. Andy, we haven't talked soccer since the World Cup, so that was really exciting. And oh my God, so great. So happy for everybody. And I'm not going to be wasting more time with that. I do have a community podcast I co-host called Apartment 303. We just did a holiday rankings episode special, so you can find that wherever you get your podcasts. And then I'm online a bunch. So, I mean, people know where to find me. It's not like it's hard to do. So
It'll be in the description below.
Yeah.
I'll have your social media down there. So,
awesome.
Robert, a valiant effort.
Yeah.
I blame
Well.
myself for both of your missing those first
Oh no,
few.
that's all right.
But a valiant effort, like I said.
No, I will always be here to come on and do poorly in general quizzes or do well in really specific ones. So, yeah, thanks for having me on, and go watch all of Dan's commercials because they're really funny.
Thanks,
There you
buddy.
go. We should put together a clip package and we'll throw it
You
in the
should. You
description.
absolutely should.
I do have I did this is kind of funny. I can send it to you later if I think about it. But I did a high school friend of mine back when I was in Ohio. He had me come out to do like basically teaching salespeople how to sell hardware, like sanders and like basically all these attachments. And I was just reading from a prompter telling people how to use all this stuff like for a couple days on end. But obviously, if you're doing that, you have a lot of stuff to cut through. And so they gave me like a 20-minute video where it's just all bloopers of me saying ridiculous stuff. And so I have that somewhere on my computer.
Sure. Well, if you can get it over to us, we'll happily put it in the description.
Oh,
There's Dan
that would be like
flubbing his lines for
oh
20
yeah,
minutes.
a whole bunch. I think I say like super blue blood moon like 8 times because they were just blaming everything that went wrong that day on that. It's a super blue blood moon.
That's a very
I don't know.
specific line.
It was a very well, no, it was because that's what was happening like in the world. Like there was a blood moon and apparently it was super blue. Yeah. Andy's nodding. He knows I'm not nuts.
No, I'm fascinated.
Sure.
I'm fascinated. He's not
He's the celestial expert on this show.
Right, the
Whenever we have,
astronomer, really.
yeah, exactly. He's our Neil deGrasse Tyson.
composer. No, don't make him that guy.
Do you know what's really weird is my like Philips Hue living room that has like these.
Ooh.
I've got
Your lightsaber?
I was just saying,
Yeah.
you have a lightsaber.
Yeah, so I've got all these like smart lights that I control in here, and like I can bring down the lights here. And this color, this red and blue conflict color that I have, which I quite like, is called Blood Moon. So that was that's why I was nodding. It wasn't really about your advert, but yeah, I'm intrigued. I will definitely check this out.
Fair enough.
Blood
all right,
Moon.
gentlemen,
You're not gonna see it, but it's called Blood Moon. Can you see that?
Kind of. Yeah.
No.
Good enough.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Maybe if
saw
I
a video
expanded my
before.
screen, I'd be able to see it. I couldn't on that. But gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us and being able to work with our crazy schedules over the
Yeah,
holidays.
good.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And next time I'll just ask you what movies you guys specifically know, and then we'll find songs from those.
Right. We'll just play the show off camera and then turn it on and re-record.
Turn it on and be like, these guys are on it today.
Robert, if it
Uh,
makes you feel any better, I got my ass handed to me by PJ the first time I did this.
Oh,
so
it's
it
all
was,
good, yeah.
Yeah. Imagine going up against him who literally did this for a living for years
Right.
on end. So I was decimated.
All right, Andy, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
2 things. Firstly, I didn't know you had a community podcast, Dan. I've just done my 4th watch through of the entire series with Anna this time. She's never seen it before, and she was completely sold on it. Absolutely loved it.
We got to get Matt on board. Matt hasn't. He's done a little bit. He's done a couple. I feel like we could curate
right.
some episodes to his taste.
Never going to happen.
Well,
Never
not
gonna
not a fan of Chevy's late work, only early work.
happen. Well, that
It's a
yeah,
half
we'll
joke.
just
That's a
go
half
ahead and say
joke.
that. That's what I didn't like about the show.
Sure.
It's a half joke.
And what was the second thing? I've lost it. There was too much community talk. I've lost the second thing I was going to say. Sure, is excellent.
Oh,
Great show.
undoubtedly.
I'm imagining how excellent it was.
All right. Well, gentlemen, we'll have all your social media links in the description below. Thank you again for joining us. You can follow Andy at STS_AndyM, and you can follow me at Matt Knost. If you're so inclined, leave us a rating on Apple or Spotify. It really helps, and we thoroughly appreciate it. And that is it for today's Settle the Score. We'll see you guys next week with another new edition. Until then, stay safe out there. We'll talk soon. Adios.